Hello my beautiful weebs and welcome back to another video. Today Otaku Sensei will be recommending the top 10 anime where the main character is reborn and becomes a hero. If you're new here and happen to enjoy this sort of content, then please don't forget to subscribe as well as turn on the notification bell. And for the people who are already subbed and like the video before it actually starts, know that we appreciate you. Also, we've been partnered with 𝐿ᴜsupps, so if you guys want to buy waifu cups or energy drink, make sure to use code OTAKU at the link in the description. And it would be great if you guys follow Otaku Sensei on Twitter. That being said, let's start the video. We kickstart this list with the 8th son. Are you serious? Anyways, Shingo Ichinomiya was once a single company worker until the day he fell asleep and woke up in a magical fantasy world as a little boy named Wendelin von Benno Baumeister, the 8th son of the noble Baumeister family. Due to his family being poor, Wendelin is unlikely to inherit anything from his father, as the family's lord, wealth and possessions will go to his eldest brother Kurt, while the rest of his brothers leave the succession to find income by other means. He looks through his father's library and finds a magic testing orb that glows with rainbow colors when he activates it, proving he has the ability to use magic. Alfred, a former court wizard turned restless undead, senses his presence and decides to secretly teach Wendelin everything he knows about magic. Thanks to Alfred, Wendelin becomes a skilled swordsman and mage, leading him to become a famous adventurer known throughout the kingdom. Although his talent could bring prosperity to his family, in his situation, it only brought disaster. In 9th place, we have Death March. Ichiro Suzuki, a programmer nearing his 30s, is drowning in work. Worn out, he eventually has a chance to catch up on sleep, only to wake up and discover himself in a fantasy RPG world. Now, we all know where this is going. He becomes his younger self, turns out to be OP from the first moment in the world, and he shows it by casting a powerful spell, whooping an entire army. He goes on to explore the new world instead of focusing on returning to his not-so-glorious life, and he does all that while building his harem. So if you haven't watched it yet and are up for another isekai trash, then this is a solid ad. In 8th place, we have Tsukimichi, Moonlit Fantasy. As part of a mysterious contract agreed upon by a goddess and his parents years ago, Makoto Misumi finds himself sent to another world to meet the goddess and become the hero. Anime things. However, the deity deems Makoto to be hideous, refusing to even lay eyes upon him and revokes his heroic title, and that is rough, buddy. Disdainfully giving him the ability to understand all languages except the human language as compensation. The goddess drives Makoto off to the farthest edges of the wasteland, far from human civilization. Due to the disparity between Earth and his new world, Makoto's inherent physical and magical capabilities awaken, making him extremely powerful. He meets various demi-humans and mythical beings who all end up being captivated with his characteristics and join Makoto in building a new community where all of them can peacefully coexist. Nevertheless, despite this success, Makoto still yearns to meet fellow humans. In a world where the goddess herself has barred him from interacting with his kind, it is up to Makoto and his companions to fulfill his desire and perhaps reform society along the way. In 7th place, we have Skeleton Knight in Another World. Well, this anime tells the story of Ainz's little bro, how he became a hero in another world. Just kidding. This story is like upon awakening. An unnamed gamer finds himself in the avatar body and armor that he was using in his online game. Seeing his reflection in a river, he is shocked to discover that his appearance is that of a skeleton due to the special avatar skin, Skeleton, that he used. In unfamiliar territory, the gamer decides that it would be best to hide his appearance by never removing his helmet and to search for inhabitants. He spies a band of bandits attacking a group at a distance and springs into action after seeing the bandits about to, R-word 2 women, and killing the men. Which, hey, they deserved it. #JusticeHero. The women introduce themselves as Lauren, a noblewoman, and Rita Farron, her maid. Using his game name, the knight introduces himself as Ark and agrees to escort the two ladies to the town of Louvierte. Though he refuses a reward to avoid meeting Lauren's father, Viscount Buckle de Louvierte, as it would cause complications should the noble ask to see his face, Rita gives him a copper passport to allow him easier passage through any city in the territory. And now our Night Skeleton hero has to live his life without revealing his true identity with a journey full of conflict and adventure. In 6th place we have So I'm a Spider, So What? After an accident in a random high school that nobody cares about, all the students there died and got reincarnated with prestigious roles, except for one unlucky lady who got reincarnated as a spider of the weakest kind. She immediately experiences the hardships of her dire situation. Even so, she must press on to survive the numerous threats that endanger her life. Discovering that her new world has a system like that of an RPG, she tries her best to hunt prey and defeat monsters to level up and evolve. As she gradually grows stronger, she hopes one day her efforts will be rewarded and that she will be granted a better life. Basically, it's kinda like that time I got reincarnated as a slime, but with more CGI and from a different perspective. Highly advised for the lads who are waiting for the slime anime to finish. In 5th place, ReZero, we have Demon Lord Retry. The main man of this story is an ordinary working adult who manages the MMORPG Infinity game. 15 years after creating the game, the depressed-looking MC decides to shut the servers down once and for all. However, as we all know, game servers and anime tend to take that personally. In other words, the main man gets isekai to the world of Infinity Game's Demon Lord. Soon after his mysterious transportation, he witnesses a demon chasing after a little girl, and like all pedophiles, the demon gets clapped. However, the newborn MC is still concerned. After all, he does not remember creating the girl or the demon. Doubting whether he truly is in the world of his creation, our main character decides to investigate, bringing the little girl along as his guide and companion. In 4th place, we have By the Grace of the Gods. Deep in the forest, far from any human contact, there lives a child. He engages in the rather strange hobby of keeping various types of slimes as pets. Hey, don't judge. Some of you kept rocks as pets, and you don't see us judging. Well, it's mostly because we're doing it behind your backs, but enough with that. Back to the food. Despite the main character being a young, small boy, he has a sturdy physique and good compatibility for magic. All of this is because he endured much hardship in his previous life, and thus 3 gods grace the main man with a second chance to pursue one goal: savor the wonders of life. Now, here's who the anime is for. It's for the lads who finished watching Jobless Reincarnation and are looking for something similar. And with the same primes of second chance, By the Grace of the Gods will fit just right in your watch. Oh, who am I kidding? It's just like every other isekai trash. They all copy Jobless. Nonetheless, if you pick up this anime, I hope you like it. In 3rd place, we have Do You Love Your Mom and Her 2-Hit Multi-Target Attacks? Yes, that is the anime's name. And no, it's not a Reborn anime. But hey, it's counted an isekai, and it's a pretty good spice for the taste. So here we go. Masato Useki is a teenager who is usually annoyed by his overly doting mother, Mamako. And for your information, folks, she is one hell of a hot MILF, and I would totally bang her if I get the chance. Wink wink. Hashtag MILF lover. Until both are teleported to a fantasy-themed world inside an online game. Masato tries his hardest to show his prowess inside the game, but constantly finds himself flustered by the fact that his mother possesses much higher stats, thus she can easily defeat all opponents with her twin honger bonger doinky boinky sorts. Twin sorts. Leaving little room for him to act. On their way, they befriend 3 girls who join their party. As they take quests inside the game, they later discover that it was originally designed to help strengthen the bonds between parents and their children. In 2nd place, not Misfit, we have the greatest demon lord is reborn as a typical nobody. As the most powerful entity of all time, the demon lord Varvatos thinks life is a big fat snore. When he takes matters into his own hands and decides to reincarnate, he calibrates his magical strength to be perfectly average. But there was no way he could have predicted that everyone in the modern world would be weak as hell, which means he is totally overpowered once again. Reborn under the name Ard, he has ladies fawning over him, the royal family begging him to become the next king, and an ex-minion insisting on killing him? But Ard has a one-track mind, and he won't stop at anything to achieve his ultimate goal. Well, at least they try, but they can't beat our Sigma male Anus. And we have one of my new favorite animes, Trapped in a Dating Sim. The world of Otome games is tough for moms is at number 1. Trust me guys, it's one of the best picks and you won't regret it. The story begins when the officer worker Leon Foe Bartfort dies and finds himself reincarnated in an Otome game that he was forced to play by his sister. Specifically, he's reincarnated into the whole Fort Kingdom of the Otome game world, one where women reign supreme, particularly tough for mobs, background characters like him. The plot revolves around Leon disrupting his world using his knowledge of the game from his past life, finding the cheat item Luxian, and enrolling in the Holt Fort Academy. He attempts to live a normal life, but through his actions, he gets embroiled in all kinds of schemes, all while mingling with the nobility and other characters of the ultimate game. And I promise you guys, if you pick this anime, you're gonna enjoy it wholeheartedly and won't be able to stop. This video ends here. I know it's sad, but the video title says 10 animes. So wait for the next video, and I want to especially say thank you to all those guys who support us through Patreon and channel membership. And if you guys also want to support, you can become a channel member or Patreon member too. Also make sure to follow Otaku Sensei on social media for update related things, and to use code Otaku at GamerSubs, cause their product is the best. Link in the description. I hope you enjoyed this list as well as got introduced to new shows, and if you did, then leave a like, and even if you didn't, consider liking it since it helps the video grow more. Share with your buddies, and like always, subscribe and turn on notifications. Until next time, try to keep the comments section wholesome. Peace out.